NeoSabers has sent me their version of Jedi Master Cordova's lightsaber from Jedi Survivor. So let's crack this box open and check it out. Now, of course, it does bear mentioning that it comes in this nice travel case with locks for security, which is always nice to get. But we're not here for the box, we're here for what's inside. And inside is a rather beautiful lightsaber. A highly polished and very elegant little lightsaber, I must say. We have a thin-necked emitter, followed by these nice engravings that run the entire perimeter of the hilt, an activation button, a gold forward grip, a black ribbed back grip, and a D-ring on the end. There's some nice detailing on the interior of that central wheel. Continuing with what's inside the box, we have a obligatory Allen wrench and the screws for mounting the blade. We have an acrylic display stand, accompanying software for modifying the sound fonts, and a connection cable. An additional screw and blade plug. An alternate emitter piece. This one is important because this is the one that can actually mount the blade. Thin neck lightsabers don't give you the most room to mount blades, and that's especially true in Cordova's case. So we need a little bit more surface area to actually mount the blade. So we have two emitters. You can see the distinction in the emitters here. Absolutely no way to mount a blade with this one, the more accurate one to the game, and then the mountable blade emitter, which is much taller, that you can actually get a good fit on the blade. An instruction manual, and of course the blade. In this case, it is a pixel blade, not a baselit. Small hiccup with the blade plug, it does not actually fit in either the screen accurate emitter or the extended emitter. Just sticks right up over the top. I suppose you could cut it if you really wanted to, but it is a shame that it doesn't fit either one. But now that we've got the blade mounted on the extended emitter, let's light it up. And once again, pixel blades do not disappoint. That uniform glow is fantastic. And of course, we have the whole host of usual effects, blade clash, deflections, swaying, swishing, all that good stuff that you expect out of a higher quality lightsaber, including motion control. Quick disclaimer, NeoSabers sent this lightsaber to me for review at no cost to myself, but I only take lightsabers for review that I find interesting and I have something to talk about. In this case, I just really like thin-necked lightsabers, so I was really keen to check one out that wasn't a Obi-Wan or Luke lightsaber. To that point, I really enjoy thin-necked lightsabers for how they capture, in my opinion, the essence of a Star Wars Greeblies prop, where it has all these details for interest, but the details themselves imply a degree of functionality. They don't have to actually do anything, but you have to be able to see it and believe that there's something mechanical going on there that's driving the shape of it. So in that sense, you have something that, without the blade emitting, it just resembles some sort of high-quality tool. Nice polished finish, but ultimately very utilitarian in shape. It looks like you would maybe use it against some rivets or sockets or whatever. It looks first and foremost like a tool, and it's only when the blade is emitting that you get the sense that it's a sword. And that's part of the appeal for me on these thin-neck sabers, is just it's a tool. Just a tool that, instead of being a fancy sci-fi screwdriver, is actually a fancy sci-fi laser sword. First impressions is that this is a very blade-heavy lightsaber, owing in part to the fact that this is a pixel blade, but also the fact that the hilt is just very light. The point of balance is all the way out here. That's pretty significant from a handling standpoint. But if you're looking for something that you can really start to whip around, this might actually work out for you. But if you're looking for something more responsive, for more of a lightsaber fighting kind of thing, this might be a bit much, but you're probably going to be going for a baselit blade anyways, so then it might shake out. Out of curiosity, I just threw on a baselit blade, and that does definitely do some wonders for the point of balance. I mean, we are all the way right ahead of the emitter now. So this actually handles really well with a baselit. And thin neck lightsabers aren't usually the best bet for sparring, but as far as getting one for sparring goes, this does check a lot of boxes. Again, a very pleasant point of balance with regards to how far it's going to be ahead of your lead hand, but also just how unobstructive this hilt is while also giving you good texture for grip. It's not going to slide out of your hand easily or anything. You've got a really good grip, and there aren't any big, bulky switch boxes or other things on this hilt that are going to get in your way and affect your handling like you get on a lot of thin neck lightsabers of other sorts, like your Obi-Wans and your Lukes. But again, if you do pick up a baselit version of this for sparring, you do need to keep in mind that you only have but so much actually holding that blade on. So don't be surprised if something weird happens, but it's one of the better options out there if you really, really, really want that thin neck. And again, given how short our emitter is, the odds of getting a converter puck in there to switch it from a pixel to a baselit on the fly is a little iffy. Maybe you can get one in there, but I'm not super confident on that. Now, if you're a cosplayer, the lighter weight might actually be a selling point because now it's less hanging off your belt and swinging around and banging into things. It's going to behave itself a bit better being that lighter weight. And I have to say, it's just a very demure lightsaber overall. There's enough room to get two hands on there, but not much more. It's a very small, compact little lightsaber, and it's just kind of cute for that. Normally I go for a longer hilt personally, but I have to say this one is growing on me a bit. That said, I am probably going to end up trying to customize this lightsaber a little bit to maybe swap this piece out and get a nice extended handle on it anyways to make it suit me, because I really like that thin neck. I want to put this on something else and make it my own. If you're interested in checking out this lightsaber or others like it for yourself, there are links in the description below.